Hi everyone! Okay, so this is my 5th or 6th time filming this video, taking my makeup off, doing one side, the other side, all that good stuff. My camera ended up dying. Well, not dying, it shut off because it was overheated 2 times, and so if you hear a fan in the background, that's what it's from, so it doesn't do that again. And then also, my memory card was full, so I ran to Walmart at 11 o'clock at night. So you guys, so I guess we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to use is the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. That is right. All I'm going to do is just go ahead and just go over my lid like so. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender that is from Walmart. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. I like to do my eye makeup first just because I think if I put my base makeup on and all that other stuff, it just doesn't look as fresh. But that's just me. Okay. So once all of that is blended out, I'm going to go ahead and use this palette by Stila. It's called Eyes Are the Window. It's a good palette. I use it every day pretty much for my everyday natural makeup when I do wear makeup. It has the super light shades, warm tones, and then dark tones as well. So what I'm going to do is just take the lightest shade and just go over my entire lid just to kind of set it. That way there won't be any creases or the eyeshadow won't run. Okay, so once that is done, sorry, I'm trying to get situated up here. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this lighter shade. It's like a pretty cool toned transition shade. Tap that off, and I'm just going to go into the crease. My eyes kind of burn at the top because I've done this about 5 times. And just go back and forth, kind of making little circular motions. Okay, so as you can kind of see, I don't know what you can see, but there you go. I'm going to go ahead and go in the same spot with this darker toned. It's like a bronze, warm brown, lighter brown, I guess you can say. And I'm just going to kind of go underneath that just a little bit. Kind of melting the two to make it even more transitional. You don't really want to go in with like the darkest of dark because then it gets hard to blend it out. So it's easier to work your way up with lighter colors versus going in with like pitch black or super dark brown. And then if you kind of see like there may be little harsh lines or something, you can just grab your finger and buff that out. Okay, so for the lid, all I'm going to take is like this champagne color right here with my finger. Super sparkly and shimmery, super pretty. Okay, all I'm going to do is just go from my tear duct to like halfway through my lid. The reason why I'm not doing the whole lid is because I'm going to go in with a darker shade on the outer corner right here in like a V motion. That way it'll make this part of my eye look bigger and kind of just make them look beautiful. Okay, so I'm taking this dark brown at the top right here with a smaller brush that is Morphe M506. The other brush was Morphe M330. So, I mean, they're super affordable. That's why I love Morphe. And they work great too. Okay, so if you can see, I'm just going to kind of go in a V motion. And then I'll even kind of drag it up towards my lid a little bit. Like the middle of it. Okay, I'm going to take this other brush that I used, that fluffy one, and I'm just going to go ahead and go in again with that lighter shade and then mix those two and just kind of blend that out just a little bit more. You don't want it to look super harsh. Okay. So once that is kind of somewhat blended, just go ahead, since you can kind of tell where the using the browns kind of took off a little bit of that shimmer, so just go back in and just add that shimmer right on top. And voila, our eyes are pretty much done, as you can kind of see. It doesn't really take too long. You can also use this other palette. This one is not from Walmart or anything like that. It's from Sephora, I believe. But you can use the nudes from Maybelline. Works pretty good too. Okay, so second off, since my eyes are done, and if you do like to wear eyeliner or anything like that, you could always just add a little bit to the outer corner. Since I do like to make my eyes look bigger, I don't wear eyeliner, but when I do, I just kind of barely do the outside right there. And it's not thick, it's super thin. So what I'm going to do next, since my face is kind of red from also removing makeup, we'll have the side and just all that good stuff, I'm just going to kind of dab on some of this green concealer to cancel out redness. And I got this from Walmart. It's super old, and so there is no brand on here. I can't remember what it is, so. But I know there are different colors for sure, so if you do have redness or yellow tones or dark tones or anything like that, there are different colors, and you can just search those and it tells you what to do with them. Okay. Then for the second time, I'm going to use this Age Rewind Concealer and just kind of make lines on my face. The second thing I'm going to do, or third, I can't remember what I said, I'm kind of sleepy, is just use this e.l.f. brush from Walmart, H-E-B. It's the ultimate blending brush. And I'm also going to take these FARSALI, oh my goodness, I said these, I cannot talk, I said this right earlier, but it's just these Elixir drops, like hydration drops. If your face is dry or anything like that, it just makes it super refreshing. I don't even know. Okay, so I just put a few of those in my brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that in. It just helps it blend out a lot better, and it makes your skin look more smooth, and it hydrates it too. So if you wear makeup every day, or if you don't, or if you wear it every now and then, I know some makeup does dry out your skin, and it just, you know, your skin needs to breathe every now and then. Okay, so that's done. I blended in that green concealer and the regular concealer just to kind of top it off. What I'm going to do next is take my two favorite foundations. This one right here is the Matte+Poreless by Maybelline in shade 228. Holy grail. This one right here is another favorite that I've used for years now, since back when I was in junior high. It is the Revlon ColorStay, the 24-hour one, I believe. I swear by this one. It doesn't show sweat, doesn't show oil, nothing. So when you mix these two, it's like, okay. So since I am self-tanned, as you can tell, it's kind of fading. So as you can tell with my hands and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to mix the darkest shade that I am and then the lightest and just go to town. Both of these are kind of mid to full coverage. So the more you put, the more full coverage it is. Okay. So all I did was just add some of that darker tan in with this, the lightest color. And then be sure to do your neck too. I feel like I always do that first because I forget. And I know, and sometimes a bunch of people forget to do their neck. And so just in case the makeup happens to be like a shade darker or anything like that, it just kind of shows up right here. So just kind of remember to go down and blend that out. And be sure to kind of get into your hairline too as well. And another weird trick I learned from Kim Kardashian's makeup artist is if you're ever going out or going to like a wedding, or you know you're going to be taking a bunch of photos, do your ears, because as you can see my ears are red, not just from my hair being that close, but they do tend to be red in pictures. And so what you can do is just cover that up with a little bit of foundation, like what's left on the remainder of your brush, just to kind of make everything even so your ears won't seem red, won't seem red in photos or anything like that. Okay, I'm also going to go back in with this Age Rewind Concealer. And I'm going to do a little geometry on my face and all that good stuff. All I'm going to do now is just blend this in. Okay. And I kind of got a little bit of that concealer on here, so I'm just going to take that brush and just kind of blend it in the spot that I messed up. You can't really tell. Next step, after I applied the concealer, just to make sure everything's set and it does not move throughout the day, I'm going to use a translucent setting powder, and this one right here is from Walmart. You can get it at H-E-B, CVS, all that good stuff. I think it maybe only costs like $5. Or if you want to use something more high-end, you can use this Laura Mercier powder. It's also translucent, but since I am doing this one, it's my first one, and I really love drugstore makeup, I'm just going to go ahead and try this one. Use this one in this tutorial. Okay, so as you can tell, there's a bunch of product in here. Shake, shake, shake. All I'm going to do is just dab my beauty blender in there, and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes and make sure I set everything. This just really helps to make sure that nothing runs or creases or have the little lines underneath your eyes. Okay, so here I am baking my face, as they call it. I'm just gonna kind of let that set. This always reminds me of White Chicks in that movie. If you haven't seen it, then oh gosh, I don't know if we could be friends. That is my all-time favorite movie. Okay, so as that's kind of cooking, or whatever you want to call it, baking, I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal True Match. It's the shade Warm. I really cannot talk, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to take my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. Maybe, again, this probably one only costed $3 or something like that. Everything is reasonable. Save money, live better. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the place that I did not bake. This is just to set the rest of my face. So next thing I'm going to do is just brush that off. Okay, now that is done, I'm going to go ahead and use this Morphe M437 brush right here. I use this as my bronzing brush. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate. It's light medium matte bronzer. I'm just going to swirl that in there, and I'm going to go ahead and contour slash bronze. It's kind of whatever you want to do. I really don't know. So the way to contour, you can take the top of your ear right here, just get any kind of brush, and you're going to angle it. So it's going to be right here from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and you don't have to go necessarily all the way in. It just kind of depends on your face shape. You can also just look up how to contour and highlight for your face shape, and there are a bunch of images there that can help you out if you're like a newbie. I know it took me a while. And just kind of keep blending that in. The key is to just swirl the brush lightly, not too rough or anything like that. Blend, blend, blend. And I'm gonna do my nose a little bit for I don't know what, but okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do my forehead, since if you do have a bigger forehead like Ma, just kind of, you know, put that on there, make it look a little bit smaller or whatever. And if you do have a smaller forehead, you don't necessarily have to do that. You could even put on highlighter to make it kind of enhance it, just to draw more light to it. And now I'm just going to go down and do my chin. So the trick is just to kind of, like a 3. Okay. And I'm also going to go in with another bronzer that's more of a lighter shade. And so you can just stop there if you feel comfortable, or you don't feel comfortable using bronzer. You can just use maybe like 2 shades darker in like your normal face powder. Then I'm also going to take this Hoola Benefit bronzer and just kind of barely go in, not all the way, but just right there. This just kind of adds more depth to that part. It may look a little bit different on camera, but I promise you it does not look drastic in the mirror. And just be sure to get your jawline too. Okay. Next thing is I'm going to go in with the Revlon Classic Coral Color with my IT Cosmetics brush. Okay, all you're gonna do is kind of go from right here to right here and smile a little bit too so you can get the apples of your cheeks. I think we're blushed up enough. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is fill in my eyebrows for about the 10th million time since I've done this video 6 times or 5 times, whatever it is. I'm just going to kind of brush them out first just to get any of the powder or foundation that has been stuck in them or whatever. This is the IT Cosmetic Brow Pencil. It's the, I may be wrong, it's just called the Brow Power. And I'm just going to outline them. And the trick too, if you do not have eyebrows, or the lady who does your eyebrows accidentally messed them up, or if you just don't know how to do your eyebrows, the cool thing you can do is just trace right here. So you take this little this little crease right here in your nose, and you're just going to make a little dot. You're going to go again, and you're going to kind of look and find the outside of the colored part of your eye and angle that right there. And then you're going to go from this bottom corner of your nose and just make a little dot right there too. And so those will be the 3 points to your eyebrow to actually, you know, shape them to your face shape, since everyone's face is different. Okay, so as you can see, they are underlined. And now I'm just going to go in with the Hard Candy. It is the Brow Powder Duo, excuse me. And I'm going to go in with the brown right here, this darker color versus this lighter one. Now the trick is too, when you have lighter hair, you always want to go like maybe 1 shade darker, but when you have darker hair, you need to go a shade lighter. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my brows since they are a little bit patchy. And if you do have thick brows and you don't want to fill them in, and they're a different color, you want to change the color, you can also get men's beard dye and just add a few drops of those. It's like a developer in a color, and you just mix it in, apply it with a Q-tip, let it sit for about 5 minutes. Voila, perfect brow. Brush that out. I guess these are somewhat fleeky, whatever. They look different every time. Next thing, almost the last thing. All I'm going to do is use this Great Lash Maybelline mascara from Walmart, H-E-B. Just go ahead and apply that. And another trick too is to go on the back side of your lashes and be sure to coat them with mascara back there too, versus only doing this part. So if there's any guys watching now, you see how long it takes for a girl to please you to get ready to make sure she looks good. So compliment your girl and tell her makeup looks super nice. Okay, so as you can see, that is on. And now all I'm going to do is go ahead and do the bottom lashes. Okay, so my last step is to just add a little bit of chapstick. Then just to finish this off with just a natural look to make you look super glowy, I'm just going to go ahead and add the NYX. It's the Mega Shine Lip Gloss. My lip gloss is cool. My lip gloss is popping. Okay, you guys, so that is it. Finally. Okay, I'm so happy I got to do this tutorial for you guys. I really do hope it helps some people that, you know, are new to makeup or just want to learn my tricks and tips and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is kind of it. I'll zoom in a little bit on the eyes so you can see them. So yeah, that is it. Everything I mainly use is drugstore. Like I said, if you do not have the Stila or Hoola bronzer or Too Faced bronzer, you can just get a normal, just light shade and darker shade and a shimmer just to add to your eyes, mainly just 3 colors. And then for the bronzer, all you have to do is just get a darker face powder. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's real natural, everyday go-to makeup. And yeah, just let me know if you'd like to see anything else, and sorry again for my hands. Creepy hands. Okay, bye you guys, thanks for watching.